What's happening, guys? Welcome to another video. So we're gonna call this the Buttermere Horseshoe, but slightly different. We were looking on the App Viewranger for some routes to train for the 3-peak challenge, which we were going to do in the July once lockdown was over with Scotland and Wales, and we come across the Buttermere Horseshoe. It was around a 12-mile walk. We drove to Buttermere pretty early in the morning, got there for around 8, and we parked in a National Trust car park as my brother has a membership for the year. We had a short walk past the lake in Buttermere, and you pretty much start off at the bottom of Sour Milk Gill. There's a river or waterfall, whatever you want to call it, running down the side of the mountain, and the start of the path is virtually at the bottom of that, passing through some woodland. It starts off pretty steep, but you climb fast, which is good. You then come on to Buttermere Tarn fairly quickly, up to Red Pike, which is about 800 metres. So you've done a lot of the climb at the start. It was actually a nice day to walk. It was pretty cool. It rained as we got past Buttermere Tarn and coming up to Red Pike, but then the shower passed and it stayed cloudy most of the day, but I prefer to walk in that type of weather. As long as you've got your waterproofs and stuff, you're fine anyway. You then skip over to High Styles, then High Crag, and then you start descending the mountain. towards haystacks. But to make it harder for ourselves, we decided to completely come back down to the road level, as we all felt pretty good at that point after covering a few miles. We walked up the Honister Pass, which is a pretty steep road, and if you just carry on walking up the road, you come to a mine at Honister House, and there's a YHA hostel. We'd covered around 9 miles by the time we got to the mine. As we descended and descended, then ascended the road again, we were pretty hungry. We grabbed a bit of food and some cans of Coke and stuff just to get some energy back, as we had another 5 or 6 miles back to the car. From the hostel you can go right and pass over Dale Head, which has got some lovely views of the lakes, and if you're into your photography, some really good photo opportunities. We then went on to Robinson, and at that point we got a bit confused on how to get back into Buttermere, as our maps are telling us to go a different way. And as we were descending, we come across a path down the side of the mountain, and it sort of disappeared halfway. At that point we were at High Snock Rigs, and I don't know what's gone on with the path, but it completely disappeared. So we crossed some marshland, and my boots gave way a bit because I stood in some deep water, mate, over the top of my boots and soaked myself. And then we found an old path that went back into Buttermere, not far from where we were parked. It was a bit of a nightmare because it looks like the path doesn't get used anymore, and it wasn't the best, and there was water running down the path, and it was all slippy and pretty dangerous, to be fair. We ended up getting back the car around 5:20, and we had been out for 9 hours and 40 minutes. It was a good walk to train for the 3 peaks. I will link the Viewranger map in the description. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe and comment.